Hi everybody, it's Ellen or Sigana Girl. I'm currently in the middle of trying to um, blend my YouTube channels. I've got a couple different channels. I have my Sigana Girl channel that I started when I was working at keeping my esoteric card readings that I do. I was working on keeping them separate from the other rehab and yoga-based work that I do. I since have compiled everything together and am now operating under the name Ellen Paynton Wellness, which many of my yoga students, Pilates students will know. So I'm just in the process of trying to figure out how to take my Sigana Girl stuff and move it over to my EP Wellness. So if anyone in YouTube land knows how to do that, if you can combine channels, or if I just actually physically have to move my videos over, I'm not really sure how that works, you could let me know. So anyone who is subscribing currently to Sigana Girl, to this channel, if you would like to see more of the card stuff, and also some of the movement energetic work that I do, please go to Ellen Paynton Wellness Movement Studio. That's going to be the site that I will be solely focusing on. I just got to the point where it seems silly for me to try to keep it separate. The card reading, the energy work, the crystals, the oils, all of that is a very important part of my practice, my own personal practice. And of course that then transfers over into my professional practice. And so I've just decided to make things a little bit easier on myself and put everything in one place. So what I would like to do today is I want to talk about a deck that I found kind of accidentally. I didn't even realize it was out. Now I'm trying. That's not a good thing to say. I'm working on minimizing. I have a lot of decks, not as many as a lot of other readers have, but I do have a lot of decks, and I'm finding that I'm buying decks because I'm looking for that deck. I'm looking for that one deck that speaks to me. Artist Almoon 513, or pardon me, yeah, like the way she connects with Tarot of the Vampires, that's how I want to feel. But I haven't quite got there with the tarot deck. I have lots of decks that I really enjoy and lots of decks for different reasons. I use for different reasons, but I haven't found like the deck. So, anyways, so while I'm looking for the deck, I'm not actually following the new releases because I'm trying not to buy a lot of stuff that is out there unless I'm super called to. So the whole point of that long explanation is that this deck that I'm going to show you, I didn't even really know it. Well, I didn't know it existed. I was at a trip in Whistler, BC, and it was in a shop there called The Oracle. And I hadn't seen it in any of the other videos that I've sort of been looking at. I haven't seen anyone else talk about it. And it wasn't until I started posting stuff on Instagram that I saw that someone else has been posting with the same deck. So it's a great deck. I really love it. And it was really a surprise. I'm not, it seemed a bit kitschy at first. I thought it was going to be way too thematic for me, but I got it because I was drawn to it and I was drawn to the card that was on top. So the deck that I'm talking about is the Divine Dog Wisdom cards. Okay, so the creators are Barb Horn and Randy Crutcher, and the illustrations are done by Teresa Shishim, or Shishim. Sorry, I'm probably totally butchering that pronunciation. So the cards are quite big. It comes in a super sturdy box, like really sturdy, kind of like Blue Angel, almost even sturdier than Blue Angel. And it's just a lift top box. And it's by Enlighten Up. Enlighten Up. There's a website here. enlightenup.biz. So there are 62. It's so funny because I haven't even Yeah, 62 card deck and guidebook. I love it so much that I love it so much that I love working with it. I haven't really gone in and looked at all the specs. I just started pulling cards. So I want to see if it's it's put out by Enlighten Up, based out of Colorado, and I believe this is the first deck for these developers. The guidebook is 137 pages. The color, the description of each card is 2 full pages, or a page and it's both sides of the page right up. Really, really good detail. What I love about the book is that the printing's not too small, but each card the representation is in color, which is great. So if you didn't have your deck and you just wanted to do a random, you could just flip through the book and open it up and there's your card. So that's kind of nice if, for whatever reason, heaven forbid, you didn't have your cards with you. It talks a little bit about introducing the deck. It talks about the dedication of the deck, and it's dedicated. I love this. The Canine Council of Wisdom, and these are photographs of fur babies, and then the Superior Circle. So obviously, these lovely creatures inspired the developers of this deck. They've also done a dog park memorial where they've written out best friends forever, never to be forgotten, which I think is super sweet. The cards are listed alphabetically by keyword in the book. It talks about how to use, it gives you an introduction, talks about how to use the cards as oracles, how to get the energy in your deck, how to ask a question. Pardon me, I'm sorry, I've got allergies. It goes into a 3-card draw. It talks about a little bit about intuitive reading, and it also talks a little bit about how to use a pendulum. The end of the book talks about, gives you quite a bit of detail for the creators. So I love this deck. The book has got really good information. I'll read you a section of it in a moment, but I want to show you the cards. So the cards are about the size of, so this is the Margaret Peterson Tarot, and this is the Divine Dog. So about the same size. So maybe I don't have a Blue Angel deck out right now. About the size of the Blue Angel cards. Let me see, where do I have? Oh, here's the shaman, the mystical shaman. Okay. So it's a little bit bigger. So they're big cards. This is the backing. There's no reversals. I mean, I guess you could read a reversal, but there's no reversals. The cardstock is about that of, I don't know, maybe a little bit thinner than the Blue Angel, so it's not bad. There is quite a bit of a glossy finish. But I'm going to tell you right now, the art blew my mind. So at first I thought they were pictures. And then I looked closer and I thought, but there were pictures that had this, I thought they were photographs, but the photographs had this, I don't know, this energy, this essence that came like pouring out of them. And I thought, I've never seen that in a photograph before. I need to take a closer look. And so as I started looking closer and closer, I realized that they're not photographs, they're actual paintings. But the artist, oh my God, Teresa, you, like, I can't even say, you rocked it. Like, you killed it. It's amazing. I'm not one, like, I like animal decks, and I do have a dog, And I'm not one for a thematic deck like that, but I saw these pictures and I just couldn't. So I'm going to take you through some of the pictures. I was hoping that it would be right on top, the reason that I bought the deck. Of course I'm not gonna. Oh, this was it. This was the card that was resting on the top that I'm like, oh my god. Acceptance. Loving what is. So each card has a keyword and then a phrase at the bottom. So if you're a dog lover, it's beautiful. And I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a, like a party favor, like a sort of, pretty, it's beautiful, the art's great, but I didn't think that the meanings were going to resonate. But not only is the art lovely, the write-ups are great. And all sorts of different dogs. Very gentle messages, but very specific, very, I've got a bug on my forehead, very, very to the point. I just love the wrinkles on this dog. This is my favorite card. I just like, of course, there's a Joker card, and of course that Joker would be a prairie dog. Like, come on. It's just, oh, they're great. Pardon me. I'm not going to show you all the images. But just, come on. I can't even stand it. They're just, I don't know, they're great. I love them. I can't even. Right? Okay, so let's see what the write-up for this one is, just to give you an idea. So for victimhood, or for all the cards, what you'll have is, you'll have this. So you'll have the picture, and then the write-up. So victimhood, I'll just read a little excerpt. Take responsibility. If you've fetched this card, see, love that, it means you're feeling powerless in some aspect of your life, whether in relationship, work, finances, or something else. You may feel trapped or imprisoned. Perhaps you're experiencing or perceiving that someone or something has invaded your turf, taken your toys, or is limiting your life in some way. Regardless of the details, you're experiencing a sense of victimization, most likely trapped inside a doghouse of your own making. So it goes on to more description, and then hit pause, as in PAWS, on blindly charging along, and prepare for a different kind of hunt. Acknowledge you're in this victim energy is the first step to breaking free. So then it goes on and talks a little bit about that, but then it gives you, like, I guess it would be some journaling prompts, and it's called Another Bone to Chew On. Review your motives or intentions around a specific relationship, partnership, job, or position, and see where you are on the continuum of victimization. How much responsibility are you taking to make these situations work well for you and others? So it gives you a bit of a call to action. Write a plan, act on it, free yourself. So I think I love it. I love the cards so much because the art is amazing, and like, look at this success. Like, this one, it just, like, I have to look and I think, like, are some of these pictures, maybe some of them are photographs with art done, I don't know, around them. They're just, I don't know, they resonate with me. They're easy to read. They're big. The pictures are beautiful. I don't even really mind the border so much because the photograph of the dog is so big. It's not complicated art. So sometimes it's just the dog in an act, and then the description. One of my favorites is this one. So I don't know. It really depends on what you're drawn to as a reader. But I was super surprised. I didn't realize the cards were going to read as well as they do. I basically got them because I loved the art, and I really like. You wouldn't even have to read the book. You could absolutely just pull a card and go with the phrase at the bottom. I've used them as calls to action at the end of a tarot card reading. I've used them with the Line Strider Tarot. I've used them with traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. I've used them with some of my, I have the Animal Totem Tarot. I've used it with my Fallen Angels cards. I've used them with my Triple Goddess Tarot. So they work well, but I think again the reason they work well is because they've pulled me in. I'm completely connected to them. So maybe this is my Tarot of Vampires. Maybe this is the deck that speaks to me the way the Tarot of Vampires speaks to others, or the way the Rider-Waite-Smith traditional speaks to people. I was so focused on wanting my deck to be a tarot deck that maybe it's not a tarot deck. Maybe it's this lovely oracle deck. Like, come on now. How adorable is that? So, anyways, if you're looking at purchasing a deck for your collection, or you're looking for something different, the Divine Dog Wisdom cards is a great purchase. I love this deck. I think it would be great to use with kids or with young people that are just sort of stepping into using oracles. I love the feel of the deck. This is all 62 of them. Okay, they feel good. I pull a card every day for myself. If they sit up, I have a little, well, I have a lot of altars, but I have a little altar that sits in my kitchen, and so I'll pull a card from the Divine Dog Wisdom to for my day, and it just resonates with me. They're adorable. My boys love them. They love dogs, so they're super cute. But they're not just cutesy wootsy. Like, they actually have some really good meanings. They're deep. They really call to me. So, anyways, that's my blubbering, slathering, loving-dovey review of the Divine Dog Wisdom deck. Also, I can't say enough about the guidebook. It's short, it's packed, it's not overly stimulating. There's not so much information. It's succinct and to the point, but it does give a good read, a good descriptor of the cards, and gives you lots of places to work with that energy. So if you're interested, please check it out. I am on Instagram, and I do post my daily readings of this deck on Instagram. I'm Ellen Paynton on Instagram. Other than that, have a lovely day. I'll put the link for Ellen Paynton Wellness Studio, Movement Studio, at the bottom. So I'm going to continue doing deck reviews, but I don't want to be doubling up and doing them on each channel. So if you guys would like to kind of swap over and go to Ellen Paynton Wellness Movement Studio, you will see I've got meditation videos, I've got yoga videos, I've got a little bit of core sort of rehab type stuff, and I'll be doing more and more card work there too. So have a wonderful day, many blessings. I hope that you're enjoying the weather. It's a beautiful sunny day here, and it's time to get outside. So lots of love and enjoy, and please, please explore this dog deck. It's very lovely. Namaste, many blessings.